Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome. My name's Nori. I'm coming to you live from the digital engineering server. This is modded Minecraft Valhelsia 3, and this is our mess. We are in the middle of Saturday morning coffee. I say that, and I think I forgot to edit the stream info for this. Shame. Saturday morning. Jabba Jam. There we go. Horribly terrible. Sorry about that. Okay. Business at hand taken care of. So we are down here in our create room. And we're going to get started. So anyways, Zoda is here with us today, and so we did some little extra work here. We added in a bunch more slices. And as I was telling Zoda, what I have learned from this little exercise is that to get this into a stable state where I want it at is going to require a lot more wheat farms. So maybe not necessarily a functional thing to do. So I think we will bring in a little bit of immersive engineering just to get some crude oil, which burns almost twice as long. It actually does twice and a half longer than seed oil. But we'll tuck that in behind that wall, and we'll just kind of tuck it out of sight, so to speak. But Zoda also has a request. He is looking for a clay generator. So we are going to pick up our toys, and let's go see Zoda. Ooh. Ready or not, here comes the fun. It's like, no, I'm not ready. I haven't built you a hole yet.
It's almost there.
You can hear him spazzing out now. No, wait, stop. It's all good. It'll give us an idea of what we're looking at for space. We'll take oh, nice. I see.
Yeah, go ahead and take some sheets. Check it out. Be up to here in front. I got a box for it. Towards the trees.
So, interesting. I was curious to how you were doing your filter.
Yeah, so I filtered every item that's the potential of coming out from the thing.
Oh, is that seriously? That's every item?
Yeah, that's the potential. Mm-hmm.
No, you're missing. So it'll give you back the gold sheet.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah, because
go back into the.
Yep, it'll come back around.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
Yep,
if it gives back the gold sheet, that's actually preferred.
Yes, that would be the in the ideal world.
That's the ideal. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. So you're gonna shoot it through your boxes.
Yeah, I've got there's on the other side where you're standing. I've got a box of gold sheets, so you can place a couple down on the conveyor so you can see it go through.
Now, I find it interesting that you decided to do the pre-prepped gold sheets.
Yeah, I'm simple, right?
Well, I mean, everybody's got their the way they like to do things. I don't. There's not any reason for it. I went with the. I didn't even want to have to pre-prep my gold sheet.
Is this a good enough hole for you, sir?
Yeah, I think this is going to be just fine. I think what we'll do is we'll go with a very pretty looking system. I think we'll just run you a bunch of conveyor belts, and actually we could do some weighted injectors too, because you've got that whole thing going. I like. Okay, that's yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it that way. So I don't think I have nearly enough parts for this. I have to go back to the house for that one. But that's okay. All good. We got you covered. Yes, I think the room will be just fine. Now, are you wanting to give you clay balls or clay blocks? Do you have a preference?
Clay balls, I think, is what I would prefer.
Okay.
But I guess it doesn't matter, does it? I mean,
well, you can always take the clay balls and so if we dump your final form, so whatever it comes out, clay balls or clay blocks, if we pipe that into a compacting drawer, then you have your choice of either one.
Oh, why don't we do that?
Absolutely do that. Okay. All right, I'm making a little checklist of items now because I got some ideas. I think they'll be fun. Now, you don't care how I power this, do you?
Nope. And if you want to use my bank, that's perfectly fine.
Well, I think I'm going to bring in some flux capacitors and tie it into your power system, just because it'll make not happen to do a bunch of really wonky create machines in here.
And if you want wonky crate machines, we can do windmills as well. In fact, right above here is the surface.
So you would need a
and go for windmills. We can do that.
We would need so what I've got in mind, we would need enough RF to run 3 crushing wheels, 2 high pressure fan systems, and 6 weighted ejectors.
Easy. No.
So, so I'm thinking that, right? So I can either just put electric engines behind a number of those devices, and that takes care of that problem, as well as it also handles the rotational speed controller we wouldn't need. So that's one solution for power. The other one is we would actually have to put you in an actual furnace engine, and then I would have to run rotational power every which way in order to feed to all the machines.
Hey, this is a Nori special, so it's up to you. Either direction.
Well, so the question is whether or not you have the spare RF power to run.
Couple of crushing wheels, yeah, no problem.
Run the machines.
Yeah, it's there.
And so if you've got the power, then I've got
a
couple
extra.
Even give you
the flux points here.
Well, I've got electric motors. I've got flux points. That's
okay. I just need to give you access to my flux then.
Well, I figure if I just put the motors down and give you the flux points, you can set them down and add your power system to it. It's all said and done. I don't actually need it to run, since I know pretty much how this stuff's going to set up anyway. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I think this is going to be fun. Okay, so we are going to. That's the other thing. We're going to need a cobblestone generator too in here.
Oh, jeepers.
So there's going to be that too.
Do you need my endless bucket of water?
No, I don't. No.
All right. I'll leave you to your devices.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how. Trying to do size stuff.
Keep going.
No. I think this is actually going to be kind of cool. Though I will tell you, when this gets up, no magnet.
Yeah, I'm already. This is already a no magnet zone for me. This past this door here, and from my main base, this is a no magnet zone for me.
Because
all the trees and all the crate is already a no magnet kind of thing.
Well, so I think it would be fun to have you. So let me run you through what we're going to work with, right? So on wall A, which we're going to call this wall down here.
Okay.
Right? Let me see if I actually have some dummy blocks in here.
Give me 1 second. Let me drop off some stuff.
This will work. Yeah. These will work, I think. Okay, we're going to put everybody on hold for just a second. I will be right back. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the delay. We will be back momentarily. Hey, sorry about that. Yeah. Had to get the guys going. So, where did we leave off at?
Wall A.
Right. So, wall A. So, in this area right here, right, we're going to put you a cobblestone generator. So that cobblestone generator will lead to your first set of crushing wheels. So we'll just take them straight off the generator and drop them right into the crushing wheels. Easy peasy, nothing difficult about that. Nothing out of the ordinary. So this gives us gravel out the other end. So the gravel should land right here, which we will put on a weighted ejector. And we will launch them as far to wall B as we possibly can. Ideally somewhere up here, and then we will have your next set of crushing wheels. We'll go here. So they'll come down and land in yet another weighted ejector, which we can then use to launch them over here to wall C. And so what we'll do is we will actually pump them through. Wall C will have a number of fans. So we'll launch them in up here. they should float in like a multi-tiered fan system here. And then roughly about here, we'll have your collection system where we will pull off. It's basically going to be floating in this area, so we'll have a brass filter here and a belt. We will pull off the clay balls, and then we will have your final output over here. So you'll have just things bouncing every which way.
Sounds like fun. I see it. I can see it.
So we will try and keep everything flusher towards this wall, so you'll have it back here, and then you'll have an output. And so it basically leaves you some large areas right here to do other contraptions or to decorate a little. I think that's what we're going to go for. I will be right back because I hear him calling for me. Give you something to look forward to. Yeah, we should be able to knock this out here really shortly, though. I just need to go back, make a couple pieces I don't have, and then off we run. So, sorry for the delay. Bear with me, folks. We'll be right back. Woohoo, they're having a regular party out there. Feel like you're having a regular party in here. All right. Let's see. So we have our engines. We're going to need 8 drills. Eight drills, 2 crushing wheels, 6 fans. I don't have any fans. I have a lot of the other things I need, except for crushing wheels. All right. So I'm going to leave you with your stuff. I'm going to forget the fact that the control dashes me. And I'm going to go make you some bits and bobs while you have fun in your room there. I will be right back. So we pop over here. So we're going to need crushing wheels. And so crushing wheels means we have to make use of an older contraption that I have, which I think we'll end up relocating maybe downstairs to the create room, just because then it falls in line with it. Though I'm kind of happy with where it sits, so maybe we'll just make some more of these. I don't know. Decisions. But I do know we are going to need all of this for our crushing wheels. So we'll just open the whole bank up. And then if I remember my crushing wheels, I think I need, yeah, a lot. So we want 2, 4, all right, we need 4, so 8 planks, 2 stone, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 32. 32 andesite alloy. All right. So let's get started with the ordering. Those planks. Just need 8 of them. That'll work. And we need stone. We need just 2 stone. And so now we just go back and we look for our andesite and see that it's already done. Marvelous. Now, I do believe the engine that runs this particular system is currently off right now because I don't ever keep all the fuel necessary to run this thing at full speed all the time because it's one of those that
There we are. The room
don't use.
is ready for you, sir.
Well, that's good. We are right in the process of making your crushing wheels.
Unfortunately, I've got to leave. Are you able to handle this?
Oh, I think we will be just fine. We will get it all set and ready. Just before you decide to make use of the room. Actually, I think the whole thing should be pretty much up and automated. It should kind of just take care of itself. So, you should be good to go when I come back, or when you get back. Next time you go in there and look, you should have stuff flying all over the place. I would just be mindful of the fact that magnets are not going to be your best friend. Now,
10-4. I'm taking out my magnet right now, actually.
the only other question I have for you is going to be regarding the the byproducts that get created during this operation.
Oh yes, here. Let me sit down. How many chests do you need for that to put back in my system?
Well, I can't believe I've never actually hit that one before.
Sorry, how many outputs do you need?
So when we make, so when you crush cobblestone to get gravel, you get flint. When you wash sand, you just get clay. But when you crush gravel to get sand, you get flint as well. So we're gonna have a lot of flint coming out of this machine. Do you want the flint? For any reason.
Yeah, I'll take the flint.
Okay, and then I will store the flint off. We should be able to just stick this. I'll just make a single chest and then just dump all the flint.
I've got my ender chest. I'm gonna put it on the edge of my wash wall. If you want to grab that and use that, it'll get thrown in my system.
Okay. This is one of those things, right, where this is not going to produce like an insignificant amount of flint. This is going to produce a hefty amount of flint.
Yes, and that's fine. I'm gonna set it up right now so it empties into a drawer.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine.
That's all I was just double checking on, just so you.
Appreciate it. No, we'll be okay.
I think last time somebody asked for flint from me, I'm like, how much you want? I don't know, as much as you can spare. And I sent them over my entire drawer full with like almost 200,000 pieces of flint in it.
Right.
I think that was Shale. And she's like, what am I supposed to do with all this flint? You asked for it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, no, you should be able, when you get back, this should be pretty much in place for you.
Is flint the only item I have to worry about?
I'm running through my head right now. Hang on. There's an easy way to see this, right? So if we go look at cobblestone through the crushing wheels, there we go. So it just gives us gravel, and I know gravel gives us flint when we crush gravel. We also get sand. And then sand, we're just going to wash the sand. Where is the washing system? Yeah, flint's the only extra output.
Okay, I got 2 ender chests over there. Feel free to use them. And those. If you put an input connecting to those chests, it'll get fed into my storage and rerouted into a chest.
Okay.
Or a storage drawer.
That's fine. I will stick it in there. I will just pump them into the chest and then let your system handle it however it wants to handle it. And if it's not right, well, you can sort that out when you get back on.
Exactly. That's my issue.
I offered the contraption. Storage is not part of it.
Solutions, just a contraption. Jesus.
No. Storage solutions is your problem. I'm just generating. It's all good. All good.
All right. Well, hey, appreciate it.
Yep.
Good luck with the build, and good luck with figuring out what you're going to do with your area over there.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to end up, like I said, I think I'm going to put a pump jack in from Immersive just to get crude oil into the system, and then run the crude oil to a furnace, and then I'll have the seed oil as kind of like a secondary, but it won't be the primary power generator. It'll add the little extra here and there. Right now, it's not a big deal. I'm not overextended on rotational force down there. I don't expect to be overextended on rotational force, but it's a possibility. So I'm just trying to cover my bases.
Yeah.
But hey, when you get back, you'll have things flying across your room. So.
All right, let me take off that magnet right now. I said I was going to. There we are. Alrighty. All right. Have a good one.
Yep, you too. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
see. Okay, so we're making some drills. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 8. Make some drills. We have crushing wheels. We also need weighted ejectors, so we're going to want at least 3 of these. Yeah. Ah, I have not taught it how to make gold sheets. Let's see, gold sheets. Right. Processing sheet. And now we want some gold like this. And here, I need more patterns. Come on down. There we go. Golden sheets. All right. Now we need some more patterns because we are officially out of patterns. This is sorry, it's my craftables. Yep. All right. And while we wait on this thing, I think we're going to take a brief be right back. I am sorry for all of the hiccups through this. Do appreciate everybody's patience. We'll be right back. Okay, hopefully that should be the last of our interruptions. Sorry about that. All right, where are we at? Weighted pressure plates, that's right. All right. Yes, there we go. Weighted pressure plates. What else do we, oh yes, we needed the drills. We have the drills now. I forgot to go put those back. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I remember to keep these things back in here because otherwise I'll forget about them. Now, in case anybody is curious, what I have found is that this particular pattern that my Mechanical Crafters is in is good enough for all of the Mechanical Crafter recipes that you could hope to use. So, there you go. I've had to work on like the big wheels and the electric engines, those sort of things. Yeah, they all just seem to work very nicely in that. So that's been a big issue so far. Weighted. There they are. Ejectors. We will definitely want a compacting drawer. It should take no time to produce one of these guys. There it goes. Compacting drawer for our output. We have those we are going to need. Oh, we have lava and water in our pockets. Some glass. Make certain we have some glass. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of glass. Oh, fans. That was the other thing we needed to make. Aha. Let's see. Is fans even a recipe that our system knows? It is not. Okay. Right. Patterns. Needed patterns. So much. And I am just absolutely scatterbrained this morning. More coffee. More coffee. Okay. Teach you how to make some case fans. It also looks like it needs a lesson in making a propeller. All right. Now, we are going to want this thing to wash sand and gravel just as quickly as we possibly can. So we're going to want a couple of fans. Let's make 5 to start with. Let's see, because we are going to want a fan to blow down. We're going to want a fan to blow up. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and to blow inside. Actually, I think we can just get away with a 4-way fan system. In fact, I think that's what we will do. Now, what will be interesting to see is if we can figure out how to like get the weighted ejector to launch it perfectly in the middle of these fans. That would be fantastic. Oh, yes. Let's get some trapdoors. Trapdoors are good. Let's see what kind of trapdoors we want to make. I think something with a viewport, maybe. These would be nice. Let's see. So he's kind of got a gray theme going on over there. So let's try to keep with that a little bit. I don't see like a stone with a viewport. So I guess we're going to make it out of metal glass. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to make these metal glass trapdoors. So we'll teach the system how to, once again, craft that. And then we will go look for our trapdoors. And what do we think, 16? That should be enough. So we'll let that go. No, I don't think it's going to be an issue with him running out of space in this, but for argument's sakes, let's make him the full gambit of 6 and a voider to go in for our compacting drawer. So we'll cover his output. He can deal with the slough off, the slag, the flint. Now that we have everything else, if we're missing anything else, I'm not thinking of it just yet. So let's go with this, and then if we need to, we can come back and we'll make some more stuff if necessary. Hopefully we shouldn't need too much more. But we'll see. It's always an adventure when you start messing around with create stuff. It's like, what all do I need? What am I missing? That is not the right way to go. Here's where we're working out of. Hey, if nothing more, we'll probably become an expert of finding our way around his place. Okay, so first up on chopping block. Let's get his crushing wheels in here. So I think we're going to do his crushing wheels like right here. That works. Pick you up. Because the other thing that we will have is a weighted ejector here. Of course, I haven't told it where to spit it to. And that's fine. That's mostly because I haven't picked a spot yet for it to go. So let's do this, right? So we want it to come and land. We are going to, so here is the center line, so we'll do that and that. Okay, so if we pick him up, there we go. That should give us our input line right there. So now, target is not valid. Oh, is it too far? Well, that should be interesting. Can we maybe put one here? Interesting. Here. Since we are playing around. Oh, that's right. No night vision because he doesn't use lights out here. So what I don't know is if I can Alright. So we're going to do a test fire. Now, argument's sakes, this actually should fly a couple of stops. So, because I don't want to actually give up anything that I'm actually using for something, we will use a piece of cobblestone. Where did that end up at? It ended up down here. Alright. For time being, we're going to take that as working until I got something better to go off from. So here is where we're going to have our fans at. So let's do one fan here, one fan here. So water, 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 which means that the fan we want to go is right here. Let's have water, and then we want the fan right here. And take that away. There's our trapdoors. Oh. That's not exactly what I had in mind. It's not really the end of the world. So it's behaving like an iron trapdoor. I mean, we can fix that. I mean, that's easy to fix. Question is I don't want to fix it that way. I want to fix it that and some redstone. Oh, perfect. I need to make one. I can just do it this way. Oh, yeah. You just do it like this, right? So that. Grab me some redstone. Because I'm not going to spend a whole lot of redstone on this. That's good enough. Bob's my uncle. Now, what that does mean, though, is that covering the front area is going to be problematic. Because those guys won't flap the way we want them to flap. Which, you know, for here and here, it's not such a big deal. Even for here and here, it's not really a big deal. It's only a big deal when I want to cover this front section. And this section right here. But, aha. But we have a cheater that we can do, right? So, oops. Wow. All right, what is my pack? What's my tool set on? 32. That's set to the right speed. All right, so we should be able to, like that, because that's the thing that we are going to need is these guys. I should keep it closed as well as turn the fan on. So front side, not too terribly bad. I actually think I can get away with that on all three sides. Like that. Okay. Let's see about getting some water in here now. The rest of that momentarily. Not caring right now. There's that. Water, water, water. Ooh. That's not behaving right. That's not behaving right at all. So I should be able to do all of that. But we're still pouring out the front end. Why are we pouring out the front end? We're pouring out the front end because I don't have anything to stop it from pouring out the front end. Okay, so end of the world. I don't think. How do we want to handle this? We'll grab another trapdoor. I think for the time being. I should just keep that right there. I'm kind of curious as to why that is. Is it functioning because the door's open? We can test that. No. There's nothing to do with the fact that door is open like that. Everything to do with the fact that these guys are letting the water run through it. That's interesting. So water sits fine there. Water sits fine there. Water now sits fine there. I wonder if I just misclicked somewhere. Yep, I just misclicked. Okay. Nope, not a misclick. Water just ran into there. Don't really think I want it running in like that. Maybe I do. Let's work off on something for a second. First off, let's do this, right? Because this guy, no longer going to go there. We're going to see if we can convince him to land right in here. Okay, and so the answer is he's got to fly straight. Which means that because we put everything on this line, then he's got to land right there. And I need another weighted ejector. It's fine. We can work with this. Can we really, though? Let's close this back up for just a second. Let's think about this. Well, let's look, right? That's not going to cause any problems. That's not going to cause any problems that we can see. Don't think anyways. No, you did not end where I wanted you to end at. Okay. Rare piece of stone. I need you for a second. I'm going to close that off. Okay. So the weighted ejectors can only fire in a straight line, which is fine. I can always belt feed this over here. What I don't like, however, is the fact that these guys ignore the fact that it's not actually supposed to be that way. So we end up with this permanent water supply right in the middle of our washing system. We don't really want a permanent water supply in the middle of our washing system. Because the other problem here too is that that fan gets going. Let's do this, right? Where is my box? My box of goodies. Some of these I can go back in there. It's fine. We'll grab the electric motor because we just need the power. We'll grab our flux point because we just need power. And we'll grab that guy. So here's the thing we look at, right? So let's say it works like that. Now I am not guaranteeing that this is like final assembly of this, because I don't think this is going to work quite the way I want it to. But say if this works correctly, then we should be able to like that, like that. So that's blowing out. Let's see, we're missing these water streams because they're just disappearing in here. So we're not getting our extra spread. So that becomes the problem here. So I need to be able to stop the water from coming through. Oh, yeah, because really, I'm not putting a fence in here because I think you can. Gate I could put in here. Right? There we go. Ah. Now we have our 8-way spread. So bring it in from the top. I wonder if I just reposition the fans so that they're all on the sides. No, I think that's good. What would be nice would be to have a one-way. Oh, wait. Aha. There is a grate. I think this would get me what I need. Let's see if this will work. We are playing around with all kinds of new things today. Let me tell you what, that crafting window inside of your QIO interface, such a lifesaver. Okay, so that does seem to cap it. Now, what I'm curious about is if I put it here. Why is that closed? I know why it's closed. It is closed because on the other side of the wall here, hearing all kinds of weird sounds. All right. Also, what I could do is I could just drop this down one lower. It wouldn't hurt it. I don't know that that's necessarily a fix for this particular problem, though. Yeah, it's going to get washed right there. So that's going to allow items to go the wrong way through there. It's not quite exactly what we're looking for, but really close. Really close. So there was another one in, I think it's engineering decors. The catwalk. Let's just go look at engineering decor. So they have floors. Top of line items fall through. Why is it got to be top of line? Why can't it be bottom of line? Well, we'll try it anyways. Steel catwalk. don't think I have the stuff in my... You know what? We're just going to find out. I have no idea what I actually have in my QIO system, so... I have no iron at all in my QIO system. So how about them apples? All right. Well, looks like we're going back to the house. Since we're going back to the house, we can play around with a few tester items while we're there. We will, of course, take the shortcut home. Why take the long way when we have a faster method? Let's see. Right, so this, no good. All right, let's see where you align to. Yeah, see, you're going to align right there. It does let things go through that way. So normally when I'm trying to do a multiple fan, I try to lay them out horizontally and fire them together that way. It tends to work a little better. But because I'm wanting to pull from the front end of this thing, so they're basically kept all on the wall, we have to flip our working plane from a horizontal to a vertical, and that presents some issues all on its own. You know what? Let's do this, right? So let's take out the water here. Wow, that flies all the way down, doesn't it? Sand. Does sand have any better behavior set? So for whatever reason, once it gets in here, it does not want to go back up. Yeah, no, it will not go up. So we are going to have to increase the speed. Yeah, we're we're just testing right now, so not like it really matters. Let's increase the speed. There we go. And that's what we want to see. So yeah, I should then be able to, did I pick it up? Yes, I did. Okay. So we should be able to take this guy now. And be able to mark him. Put that right there. We did with our, there we go, here's our hand crank. Now, if I really wanted to stick with the whole weighted ejector plate thing, right? So let's say that's what we wanted to do. Oops. Ooh, you didn't quite make it there. Oh, I wonder if that's a problem. None of those tools. There's my tool. I have no idea what's above me. So you're about to find out whether or not this thing's going to like that. Yeah, I think it was. Oh, that's what we could do. Right. So if we take, where did my weighted ejector plate go? Target selected. So close. So what we need to do now is and that should. need to go fill those holes in before I forget about them. We are going to pop out and head to the south. Like we were never there. Okay. So that now has that going in the right direction. We have something that we can pull for our power to keep him running. So what we can do is off the back end of this guy. Just like that. We can take some of these. Hopefully that's the right direction. I say hopefully. I don't think it really matters because we can just set the motor in a different direction. All right, so we take him off here. So that's good for right now. Right. It's actually spinning in the right direction. It's glorious. Technically, what we could do is put the gun away. Like that there. I don't know. No, I don't really want that there. So what we should be doing is our standard setup for a for wheels like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need an axle. Apparently, I am out of, probably because I've been making a whole bunch of these axles back at my base for my crate room. So there you go. So 1, 2, and then an axle bridge. 1, 2, axle bridge. And so that will spin those guys. We should then be able to axle. Oh, I hope I left my belts in here. I did not. So close. Do I have any belts here? I do not. What about oh, but I do have dried seaweed kelp blocks. So good enough. So all the way like that. And then let's do it like this, right? So we should be able to. That's the wrong thing. I left the right things up in here. Just need one of those things. This should be like that, like that. And like that. And So as long as everything is right, then engine, power. That is the wrong way. That's a problem. That is a problem because it means when we put it, make those wheels go in the right direction, the belt goes in the wrong direction. So do is take those off from there. Let's back up our hole. Which this actually works out a little cleaner anyways. Then we don't need the extra shaft. So we should be able to just bang, 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 and then bang. You to there. And looky there. We have stage 2 of the crushing ready to go. And it honestly should have that loaded and ready to go. Now, if I was a smart man, that's a mighty big if. That's going to have to come out. That's going to come out. Is that going to work right? I don't think that's going to work right. I don't think it's going to work right at all. We're going to try it, but I don't think it is. I think I'm going to need to move it by 1 or 2. Need another belt. All right. So here to there. So this is why I don't think this is going to work the way I think it does. It should. It's because when I put this here, yeah, it's not going to go there. Go there. That's not quite the. It's not really the way I wanted it to go. You know what? Let's do this. Here's my redstone box. Why do I want my redstone box? Because I have a few more flex points in my redstone box. So that just got shot in. Washi, washi, washi. Yeah, see, that's going to be the problem. I don't think it's actually going to pick that up the way I want it to. So we have it in here. I've almost got to have brass funnel. It should almost be right here. Come on, let me in here. And then that becomes the problem, because then take this out, and we've got a mess everywhere. But let's take the mess out of the equation for a second. Put that in. Cleans up the mess. Now I still have this blow effect up here. And that is pushing it definitely way too far. And I can't push it here. Maybe we can. Let's see what this looks like. So that looked like that actually made it down into here. So if I let's do it this way then, right? So flop. High. That. One belt. Do I have any? I do have a play ball. I really like them apples. Which makes total sense. I just got the clay ball. There we go. Filtered. Now what we need is power. We're going to need power for this guy anyways. So, how do we want to do this? Like that. Wow. Really? Not here. It's in this one. You. Got that sorted. And fun thing we can do is take this. Pop you in there like so. As long as you're running in the right direction. We go in the right direction. So. Let's see if we, there we go. All right. Gentlemen. And then, since that lands right there, what we can do is take this, grab that, right here. Double check. There she goes. And it goes. Well, it's an odd assortment of systems, but it does appear that we have the first couple passes at this up and running. Let's clean up our inventory a second. Because now what we need to do is we actually need to make a system to run these guys. And I may need to do a separate engine for each one. So like, that's an engine. What am I doing on encased chain drives? They're like my favorite thing to use because they just maintain. I'll have to go get some more. Okay, we are going to need some more. Let's see how far we can get with what we have. Could do it that way. I'm probably going to do it that way. I can't think of any other reason not to do it that way. So, there we go. Right. So now the next bits that we need to do is we are going to need that. Exactly have anything to build a blockade with? No, because I cleaned out my inventory. It's all right. It's just fun. So this should be able to take what we spit over to it. Goes right into there. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. Now that should give us sand and clay. No, it gives us flint too. There's where the flint comes in. Oh, that's what we can do. Yeah. It's fabulously fast, isn't it? Okay. So we let all that come through. Oh, yeah. We can just do it like this, right? So, put you right there. Give me a funnel. It's going to land right there. There's nothing I can do about that. Except put... Oh, yeah. Do like that. Uh, did I just break it with the wrong game? No. No. Oh, I see. What happened to it? Houston, we have a problem. No, what we have is somebody who's lost their brains. So we do like that. In you go. Anything in there? So that should have just gotten scooped all the way through. And it's being handled. Okay. That should go that way and then disappear. And that should go that way and get yeeted off the end. And just for argument's sake, what we should do is grab our trapdoors. Yeah. Stone, that's what we want. Grab ourselves some stone blocks. We will let yeah, Zoda can cover that with whatever he wants to cover with it after the fact. We just need that end to be open. Alright. So then the last artifact of the things that we have to get done now, for this anyways, is we need more Andesite Alloy. Right, okay. So, first up, go get Andesite Alloy, because we're dead in the water without it. guess. Not, well, yes. It's not really. Actually, I didn't bring the glass with me. Nope, didn't bring any glass. It's all right. I got this frame glass. So, all right, let's do this for a second. We can getting the stone in there is going to be easy, right? So. All right, I need my drills. Essentially, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I can just pour lava off the top end right there. Out 2. Right there. Where we'll put the other one. 2, 3, 4. So there's that. We'll close this off. Right, and so we should have there or there. Like that. Water. All right, we'll have conveyor belts. So we can either have them coming off this way. That's going to be problematic, I think. All right, let's go get the andesite alloy. I need to see the water behavior, and I can't see the water behavior until after I put the belts in to know if that's going to be right. So let's make some alloy. And so the thought process is we're going to pull them off. We may be able to tie them from belt to belt. So we'll do 4 belts coming off in it to 1 master belt, and then have that belt feed over to the crushing wheels. And as long as everything else lines up right, we actually should be in fairly good state. Because that shouldn't prevent us from... So as long as the water flows right, then we'll be able to turn that into cobblestone, wheel the cobblestone over, crush it, get gravel, fire gravel across the way, crush it again, get sand, fire the sand across the way, wash it, and cobblestone, or clay. Done and dusted. So we should be reaching the end and reaching a point where we can actually do a little bit of testing. So, woohoo. That. the idea here is hopefully that we should be able to yeah, pay attention to what I'm doing. Wow. Belts. I found belts after the fact, but whatever. So we want the belts to come to this point, and then from here we'll drive them off. So we'll do like this. Belt, 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 and then belt. So my hope is that I think this should cause the water to flow all the way across. And I should be able to take and do a thing with some just your everyday ordinary slabs. Some slabber jabbers. Stone slabs. Perfect. I should be able to use that to help cordon in the water there. I don't care if the water runs to the back. That actually shouldn't phase anything. So, if everything is working like it should, then we should be able to take this, fly in here, grab our sigil holding, which is on water, 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 and it doesn't run the way I want it to run. So that was what was my concern, is if it doesn't do that. Now, there's a void sigil in here. Void sigil does not work. Okay, so next phase is if let's pick all these guys up for just a second, right? So now I put these in intentionally a little too low. Intentionally. It would be great if I could say, yes, I did put them in too low and they will be just fine. Like this. So we're going to test this out real quick. Bang, bang, bang. Then that would mean that we could just take our other belt and come this way-ish, somewhere like this. Yeah, and then just be able to run it right into there. Anyways, one thing at a time. All right. Let's get back our water. So what we want to see is we want to see the water flow all the way across, like that. Oh, little laggy spike. Right? Yes. So this is actually wonderful signs, because now we should be able to take our lava sigil and drop us some lava there. And that should be good like that. Now we could have fun. Nope. I have enough enough belts running around here. Oh, I didn't make any more. Dagnabbit. Alright, well. Looks like we're going back to the house again. This is where having A would be have this place chunk loaded, and B, be able to actually make a call directly back here remotely would be great. It's not a thing with refined storage, unfortunately. I kind of wish it was. It's not. So we make do with what we have. All right, so now we have to get the belts driving. We need to get the yeah, we're actually in the home stretch. So exciting. All right. Thinking now if that's the last bit I need. I think that's going to be it. If we're lucky, this will be our last trip back here, and if we are really unlucky, it won't be. I'm going to go with a little bit of luck. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with we're going to get a little lucky, and this is just going to work. Hi, it gal. I'm sorry, I just didn't even see you there. I'm sorry. Just off my own little world. Of course, you might have said that a while ago, and I really just kind of missed it totally. So I do apologize. And if you come back, can you catch me? Wow. Huh. Interesting. All right. Let's see. So we now have our encased chain drives. That is not my encased chain drive. I think we are just going to walk this right off the back. Ooh. Wow. I wonder if Zoda realizes just how close we are. Mm-hmm. Is there any room at all back here? There is no room at all back here. Oh, that's problematic. Yep, that really is problematic. Perfect. I'm certain he'll figure out something to do about this. little hole. I have the utmost confidence in Zoda's ability to patch and hide. Alright. So what we need here is going to be... I hope our last engine. I think this will cover the remainder of the work left to be done. Let's go for broke and hope for something pretty. Not pretty, but you know, it does what I need it to do. Oh, I've got a little cat friend who come to say hi. I'm hoping actually we should be able to take and run this around the corners a few times. All right, let's get some power to this. Now what we can do, you know what, we're just going to get power to it and see what happens. That's what we're going to do. It's the wrong box. I'm just not even going to think about it. We're just going to plop power in here. Overstressed. Okay. So that's a problem. Okay. So, yeah, that's a problem. We are actually going to need some high-powered machinery here. Well, it's my own fault. It is. I suppose I could just do 2 separate engines. Wonder if we can feed it off of one. Let's just see if one side will feed. Right. So if the engine can at least cover one of these guys, then yes. That's going the wrong direction. Those are going the wrong direction. But I think I can change that by 2 of these guys. And if I'm not like totally mistaken, there we go. I'm actually thinking as quickly as that's running. No. Go big or go home. Alright. So. What we'll do then is we will put here and here. There we go. Because now what we can do is right here in between the two of them, we can put a piece of glass, and we can put our powered right there. All right, and so this gets us to this point. We should now be able to go from here. I think we should be able to actually go all the way up to here on one belt. Yep. And then we want to get it over to there. Because I can do, I think I can do a two-stopper here. So 1, 2. And 1. Oh yeah, that's what we do. 2, just like that. And so while this is ugly, as long as everything feeds the right way, it will carry us right to what we want it to do. So the curious thing is if that is good enough, right? So I know in a typical setup that I do, I want to continue the same direction. I can do like that. And so that will allow me to keep everything moving in that one direction. So let's see. Are you going to? No. So that's the bit that I need to actually turn. And that's going the wrong way there too. So that can't go like that. Booger. Now, I know I'm doing something that looks strange. I get it. Thought process here. Whoops. That's the wrong piece. The thought process is that I should be able to put that there. And then I can come off here like that. And come up from this one. And there we go. Well, not ideally, but hey, it's doing what we want to do. All right. There. Once that gets caught up. Oh, look at that. Oh, whoa. Did that just miss? It is missing. That's not good. Oh, no. you are failing, buddy. That is not where you're supposed to be landing at. Oh, I see. It's a trajectory issue like the other guys. Oh, there it is. There it is. We have chunkage. Perfect. It's a simple thing, I suppose, but you know, it works. What's going on over here? Are you landing somewhere funny? Oh, I see. How do we fix that? Oh, how do we fix that? Just like that. That's how we fix that. All right. Oh, wait. This is still not going to be right. Yeah. Yep. That's why it's not going to be right, because it... Nope. All right. We want the filter. We are working on the final... that. So we only want clay and flint. All right. And that should be the last of... So I should be able to throw that in there and have it pop back in my bags. Obviously. want any of this leftover sand, or the flint, or the clay balls. Those are all his. It should pop all the way down, come through, get dropped through. Beautiful. Got extra sand that's made its way all the way through because, you know, we didn't have the filter in place. That should be getting washed. So what we should be seeing, and there's right into that box, prettiest you could ask for, and there he goes. So the last piece of this particular puzzle is that to that, and I think, yeah, now all I'll do is just wonder if I can set the flux. I can set it to so it does not work. Alright, so we'll just retune all these to Zoda's place. I owe him another electric motor for that side. So that's the next step we're going to go run and do. And then for the time being, yeah, those. In fact, what I should do is not hold the control while flying through the air, because that just sends me on a massive ride that I really don't want to take. That goes in there, that can go in there, that goes in there, that goes in there, and that goes in here. Technically. I had more down. Oh, man, am I just blind or what? Whatever. All right. All those go in there. This is all extra garbage. That doesn't go in there. That goes in here. All right. So other than getting him an extra electric motor, which will like massively improve his output, which is where we're going to go right now to go take care of, because we will knock this project out today. So it's literally like the last thing that we need. Electric motor, which has got to be made on our crafting wheel. Those are the things that we need. So let's go order them. Order up. All right. How much brass do I even have? Not enough. Oh, there's not one thing, it's another. Apparently, I was planning for that. Okay. Now I have brass. Do we have brass sheets? No, because the system doesn't know how to make brass sheets. Clear that. So we're going for processing. One piece of brass. Brass sheet. Done and done. Done and dusted, as it were. Open up our big crafter manager. We are slowly working our way to having all the recipes in here. All right, so back to our electric motor. request auto crafting on the whole lot of it. I need a zinc sheet. So let's teach the system how to make a zinc sheet. I believe it's just that. It's that. Because we should be able to put it right through the press. There we go. Electric motor. All right, so we need the alloy. We need some brass sheets. We need some copper cableage. Right. Iron rod and a capacitor. We only need one of these. Capacitor. And there we go. Now, the iron rods, I should be able to make those on the press machines I have tucked away in the wall. I just need to put that recipe through there. I think I can make it that way. Yes. Yeah. It'd probably be cheaper than the way I just made them, but I'm just not going to worry about that right this 30 seconds. Because we are like final throes of fulfilling Mr. Zoda's request for a nori contraption, as it were. So we are just going to keep driving this home until it's done. No power. Now we have power. Hurry it up. Get that done. All right. So we'll put all of this away. Let's go finish up at Zoda's place. It says give me time to reflect, and I think ultimately because the seed oil is not, I can't produce it fast enough. I suppose I could if I swapped out to something, to a different vegetable matter that produced a lot more, had a higher seed yield. Beetroot tends to have a lot of seeds that come out of it. I could do watermelons. So, I mean, I've already got one watermelon farm. Watermelons are nice because they do 4 seeds per. Yeah, 4 seeds per. So there is that option as well. There we go. Now we've got some. So we are all the way up to 45 blocks of clay already. So, all in all, I would say nice success. We've got a mess. Okay, so this is the... Right. Wonder if we fix this. Wonder if we care to fix this. So basically what is now occurring is I'm actually... Oh, well... Wonder if we just slow this down. Well... Take it longer. Does it clear out? Now the trick here would be to put like a speed controller behind the belts to move the belts out quicker and not care so much about how quickly the stone gets processed. And that may be what we need to do here. Because I can't get it out of here faster than I can crunch it. So I think that is our next port of order, is to fix that up for that. So let's just turn this off for a second. Where is that running from now? Wait, is that seriously pulling all of this along? It is. Oh no, it stopped. Yeah, because these guys shouldn't be at all connected to any of that. Okay. So what we want to do is get a speed controller in here. So how do we want to do that? Could do versus to see if I even have one. If I don't, I gotta go make one. It's just that simple. Do not have one. Speed controller is a brass casing, which I have. Two of those, which I have, and since he saw me making these things, there we go. 1, 2, 1 rotational speed controller. Large wheel. And so I think what we will do is figure out what I did with my wrench, because that doesn't go in there. So what's fun about this, right, is so we can take that, like that, and then all things considered, it should be as simple as one of these guys. Provided that it's going in the right direction. If it's not going in the right direction, we'll have to reverse the direction on it. But we'll see. It is going in the wrong direction. That's fine. The speed controller makes it so that we can go in the opposite direction. Oops, too much. I push you guys down to 8. Overstressed. Actually, looks like it's doing a good job about running in parallel with it. It's not exactly getting ahead of it, but it's not falling behind either. So it's kind of holding its own, which is kind of exactly where we want it to be. Now, can I speed you up without hurting anything? Because what would be nice is to be able to make certain that we're staying ahead of the incoming. There we go. Actually, looks like that worked out well. I run you just a tiny bit faster. Just to keep up. The answer looks to be a resounding yes. Okay, so we're right on the narrow edge of overstressing and not overstressing. I suppose if we really wanted to be able to crank this thing up to some high speeds, we're going to have to swap out the electric motors with some burner engines and put some higher rotational force power in behind this thing. That being said, this looks like it's doing a good job of doing everything else we're asking of it. So, and then there's our clay balls. Yeah, already up to a full stack. All right. So at this point, I feel like I need a graphic or something just to come on screen and just slam the page with project done. All right. So there we go. On high speed. Looked like there were just a few pieces just hanging out. Many places. Apparently I'm just going to lose a couple here and there. That's all right. I probably lose a couple even in my own generators. I love the juggling act. That worked out really well. It's the high flying. All right. Well, that took us a little bit longer than what I was planning on, but that's all right. We've also had a few other minor delays in between doing all of this. We got about another, I guess about another 30 minutes left of the stream. Let's see if we can find ourselves a sign. We'll put the sign right here, and we will mark this as Zoda's flying earthenware designs. It's called Zoda's Flying Earthenware. Earthenware materials. ZFEM. Zoda's Flying Earthenware Materials. There's actually something very satisfying about just sitting here watching this thing. Maybe we should speed this up just a little bit. There we go. This concerns me just a little. All the extra cobblestone ends up down here. That's an actual lot of cobblestone that is ended up. All right, one last fix, I think. Yeah, been here for a little bit. How's it going? We've been working on the Zoda's Flying Earthenware Materials machine. This is just fun to watch. Just doing some last little bug fixes to this. Should be we should be getting done here. Oh, I'm gonna grab 3 of these. Shame. 4. So what we're just going to do right here is we're going to. So we're keep getting these little pieces that fall out. So what I want to do is try to make certain that we're getting it all. And so we are going to put in a little water system right through here, just as a sort of a stopgap to collect the last bits of whatever happens to spill out. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of spillage, so we're just going to fix this right on up. That should allow us to just parse that right into there. All right, so last bits of what we need. That. Like that. And then the only other thing that we need is our water sigils. That should give us the rest of everything. Now we are going to make a mess here. I think we'll be alright for right now. There. That should pick up the rest of everything that wants to stumble down into there, and then pipe it back up into we still see. I don't want to see any of those little floaty bits anywhere, and so that should take care of the little floaty bits. It gets all of our speed. We have all of our hops going. All of our machines bouncing. I think that's good enough to call it done. Just I'm curious now. We've gone through all this trouble. Oh yes, that's the reason why we weren't doing it this way. So not much of a power drain. That's a little. Oh, not again. Not much of a power drain. Only 25. Yeah. I know we have another engine. Oh, it's over here. 35 FE. That's not too bad. And then the last one is this guy at 25. So about 200 FE. Oops. Somehow walked into the stream. So yeah, about 200 FE per tick. That's not too terribly bad. It's not really that expensive. And he gets all the play balls he could ask for. And this fun little juggling act going on. I don't know. This feels a little ludicrous, and yet at the same token, it's just fun to watch. And it is producing lots of clay balls. Lots of clay balls. All right. Well, we are going to say farewell to Zoda's domain. We have fulfilled our gift requirements. So Zoda decided he was going to cash in he was going to cash in his his Christmas present. There you go. So he's turned in his token for one free Nori contraption. So there we go. There's one Nori contraption. Actually, it's just fun to watch. Oops, sorry about that. All right. Close up shop here. We will head back to the house. Fast way. And 3 hours in. Here we are. So let's talk about our create room that we've got going on. I still am going to put in the clock. I think the clock is a absolutely wonderful touch. We will definitely be doing a clock here. This is just never going to keep up. It's just not. Realistically, it just, the seed oil cooks too fast. It just, and it doesn't produce fast enough. So that there's two problems, right? So there's a problem of I need more seeds because the seed oil burns at a bucket every 30 seconds. So I need a lot of regular incoming seeds. Maybe we could swap this out for beetroot, but I don't know that that's really going to make that much of a difference. Function, I just don't think they're, without like a massively huge farm behind it, I don't see seed oil as being viable here. So what we will be doing is probably pushing at least this section of the wall back to put in another crude burner and furnace engine behind here. But what we'll do is we will instead run a pump jack from Immersive Engineering. So we'll pump crude oil directly into that one and use that instead. That gets us a longer burn time per bucket. I think we can get quite a bit of buckets out of a pump jack. So we'll use that one as the primary. We'll still run this one. I've already built it. I like the looks of it. It's still kind of neat in the room. We're just not going to depend on it as our primary source of rotational force for this room. And hopefully we don't need anything more than that, and so the extra little bit of offset we get from this first one here is not going to make or break or hurt anything. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a test. We will test it. We will figure this out. It's not that big of a deal. But that's my suspicion. Well, it's not really suspicion. That's just I have done everything I could to give this the best possible chance, including putting in some very aggressive bone mealers. And while it's producing a lot more seed than it has been, and a lot more material, I've now got to figure out how to keep these mana pools topped off with mana. Which then means I have to put a Botania machine down in here just for the purposes of generating mana, just for the purposes of not growing wheat fast enough to keep up with my seed oil demands. So that's the way that is. I'm not going to fight to change it. It's fine. We'll just move the crude oil, which has a 80 second per bucket, which is a much better burn rate. And so we'll initially have to jump start the whole system from our power system. But the other plans that I had was to put a alternator on the system and then run some wires to the pump jack off the alternator. And so basically have the system self-feed itself. So it'll burn the crude oil to produce the power to pump more crude oil to produce more power. At the same time running everything else that we're going to have in this room. And so that's the hope. We spent a little bit too much time over there at Zoda's place today, so I don't think we're going to get to that today. But we will still go. So I think we're going to end the stream at this point. But that's the game plan. So that's the next steps for this room is to get the crude oil going and get it burning that way. Then we'll put in a big giant clock here on this wall. The other things that I was talking, so I was trying to think of the other machines that we would want to build and put in here. And so I'm going to put in a blaze cake generator. So it means we'll have a lava generator that then turns around and comes back in to produce blaze cakes. So I think we're going to make one of those. Eggs shouldn't be that hard. I think I'll just get some chickens and bring them down here and stick them in a little room and just catch the eggs rather than just eject. Just fill up a catcher of chickens and just, collect their eggs. So that we can use that as like the timing mechanism to feed the system. The other thing that we'll need is some sugar and some cinder flour, which I believe is just netherrack. Do some crushing wheels, so we can put a set of crushing wheels in here. So I imagine somewhere in this area or that area over here, we will have this machine set up. And so it's just solely to make blaze cakes. There's actually zero use for the blaze cakes other than I wanted to have an automated system to do it just because I could. So that's the whole reason why we're doing that. Nothing else, just because I wanted blaze cake. And then so other than the clock, the blaze cake generator, I haven't really. So there's a couple other potential machines, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would be another good machine to put down in here. What one of this stuff should we be automating? What other create component do we need to have in here, or that we should have in here? Because it requires 24 different steps to make. The answer is I don't know. Worst part about it is, why do I not have one of these? I do not know why I do not have a toolbox. I should have a toolbox. I do not. I do now. I wonder what all you can stick in one of these. Huh. I'll hold the phone. Well, that's an interesting trick. Hey, Zeta. Got your machine running. You want to see it? Or are you logging in? All right, I'll take you over there. Let's do this. So we will pop over here. So we have dubbed the machine Zoda's Flying Earthenware Materials, the Zepham. I am intentionally looking down because this is just too much fun. So here is your sign. You can change the sign later on if you want. Here is your machine and all of its flying glory. I just love the juggling act that is going on right now. So on closer inspection, what we have is we have your cobblestone generator over here. Now this is an 8 drill cobblestone generator, so every time it cranks through there, you get 8 pieces of cobblestone. That is extracted and fed into a crushing wheels. That is moving them in large chunks. Now, it's a little far of a jump to go from here all the way to the other side of the room, so we have an intermediary hot point that you see right here that is happening. So this is being Harlem Globetrotter passed. Shot in, ground, we have your sand, flint. They all end up on this guy down here. Hay fires over to your double washer system. And then the stuff gets picked up from there. Your flint is sorted down into your system, and your clay balls is dropped off into this compacting drawer over here. And so since it's been put in, we have generated some 733 clay balls. So all of that was generated during the latter half of this stream. So I'm anticipating somewhere in the neck of the woods of if you sat here for an hour, you'd probably get somewhere in like 500-600 clay balls an hour, something like that. So, and it's fun to watch. It honestly feels like the Harlem Globetrotters as it leaves from one stop to the next stop and then back, and then yeah, roughly about a stack of clay an hour. You know, if you want that now, so if you want that faster, we can actually make this faster. What we do is we replace these electric motors with, we would need a different, hey, welcome back, It Guy. Ah, Jonas. So if we replace these electric motors with a, with the burner, with the flywheel and the furnace engine, then we can actually run these faster, because then we could actually run the rotational speed controllers in front of these, and so we could crank it up, and then you could produce this would increase your yield, because basically what we're gatekeeping on is how fast we can make the cobblestone. Or right now we're gatekeeping on the fact that we can only pick up the cobblestone so fast. Put a furnace engine on here, and this would speed up. So you could go from one, I think the fastest that you could ever get it down to is going to be about maybe 3 or 4 stacks an hour, because you just can't process the cobblestone any faster. So we would have to actually increase your cobblestone generation to go faster than that. But yeah, there's your flying machine. I had to cut some lines here, so you actually kind of have to leave this here because that's the flight path. It bangs on the roof. So if you fill that in, your stuff will fall short. Just like this over here has to kind of stay the way it is, and this down here is intentionally dropped down there because it's all to maintain the flight path. I'm not saying you can't take your roof line higher if you wanted to. Just don't fill in those tracks, that's all. But she's all yours. Have fun. Get it to it. Do what you need to. But yeah, you're lots of clay balls now. And yeah. So there you go. One Nori contraption later, and you are done, my friend. There's lots of nasty things up on top of my house. Let's see down here. Let's see. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do crude oil. That was the other thing. Is just trying to figure out if there's anything else that we wanted to make. Yeah, we could. That wouldn't be a bad idea either, right? Why not? We could bring a cow down here. We could make sweet rolls. We can make the system make sweet rolls. I don't know why, but why not? Builder's tea. It's not even worth the trouble. Firing oak, water, milk. Oh, just any kind of leaves. Maybe. I think we'll definitely look into making sweet rolls. Bars would be. I suppose we could do bars too. That would be fun. Sugar, cocoa beans, and milk. And maybe that's what we'll do in here as well. So we'll put in a machine to make some sweets. That would be fun. No other reason than just to make sweets. Right. I was trying to figure it. Oh, that's right. I wanted my crate. So, I guess the question is how many does it hold per slot? The answer is actually quite a bit. So, let's grab some of the items that we use the most. Have some fun with this. Twiggy? Twiggy is a reference to a very old television show, Buck Rogers. Twiggy was the robot from Buck Rogers. So that is just me being silly with my naming. It just dawns on me you aren't listening that way. Because, you know, why not? These would be good to keep in there. That would be good to keep in there. Those would be good to keep in there. Suddenly occurs to me that there are some very actual specific elements we would want to keep inside this. Oh, good. Okay. Get out of there. I don't want that in there. Thank you. Let's see. Sequence gear shift. I don't really need that. I want those in there. Don't use radial chassis all that much. Brass funnels are nice, but not really a big component. And those definitely don't need to go in there. All right. Okay. Well, that actually clears that box up a little. Nice. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, we've been having fun down here in the create room. We got the, I don't know, have you seen the, yeah, it's this way. So we got the Wellness and Success Center done. You want to really see something cool. Pop over to the Wellness and Success Center off the teleporters. So from here, like right over here, you can get all the levels you could ask for. So if you stand in the middle of this room and hit the button, sit through the lag of a second, and then collect all the little balls, you'll get like 63 levels per button push. Incoming lag. Oh. It's still so much fun. So, you know, good way to get you up and going. So this is the recycling center over here. So if you have stuff that you want to get the pieces parts back from, it's got to be metal. So like if you're out adventuring, you find some iron or steel or any kind of those sort of things, you can put it in this box here. Let's see if I can find one. Do I have anything on me? Yes, I have. Let's get the helmet. So like I've got this enchanted iron helmet. So you can throw the enchanted iron helmet into the box. It comes out the back end. It'll travel all the way around. And then it falls down below. You can look down below us. You can see the various machines down there. You just look down there. Yep. So it's going to fall down there, and what it's going to do is the system down there is going to go, oh, that's an enchanted item, and then it'll actually pull the enchantments off in it. So that's the book you see coming. So it de-enchanted that helmet, and then there comes the iron from it breaking the enchanted helmet down. So if you really want to remake the helmet, you could with the exact enchants back on it again. Easy peasy. So this is a nice way to break down the stuff that you find out in like villages, or if you go and farming, whatever. Come back here, you can just kind of throw it in here and collect the goodies back because, you know, maybe you don't really care about the stuff. This is our enchanting room. So there is an enchanter's table here. And plenty of lapis, do all your enchants that you'd like. So you can run across the hallway, get a bunch of levels, come over here and enchant your equipment to your heart's content. Back and forth, back and forth. And then last but not least is our very fancy potion shop. Get a little lost in there. So in this box is bottles. You can grab bottles, and then you just kind of walk up and throw a couple bottles into whatever you're looking for potion-wise. And so these are automatically brewed for you, and you just grab that whatever potion you want. You want some regeneration, you can get some. There's some speed and some strength, night vision, invisibility. So, you know, a lot of the good basics that you're looking for. But yeah, there's a whole system downstairs that just brews these things nonstop. So, fun little system. Really? Sales guys. Ugh. Keep telling them we're not interested. yeah, we spent a lot of time working on this place. A lot of things done. You're welcome to fill out, sign your name to any of the books that are here. These are all just here for people to put whatever they want there. Yeah, I read the book. uh, in fairness, a lot of the design work in here is Zoda's. So Zoda actually designed a lot of the interior of these buildings, these rooms here. They look really good. Right over here, you stand right here where I'm at. And you hold your shift key. You can come downstairs. And so this is where all the behind the scenes stuff. So like this is the entire brewing system over here. This is making all of our potions. There is the witch launcher, which is that switch. So if you flip that switch, you stand over here, you can watch. I was having fun, so we literally just yeet witches against a wall. Because, you know, why not? It's just fun. But that's how we get a lot of our potion making supplies and whatnot. And then these rooms over here are just filled with mob what are these spawners that we're constantly killing to make the experience that gives you all the levels that you get whenever you hit that button. 1.1. So yeah, that's our big storage tank for all the levels that we've been gathering. So yeah, we spent, I don't know, like through Christmas almost, building this place out. Works well. Yeah, just stand on the stone brick, up you come. Yeah, the doors are something neat to look at, and this place is like huge. The next bits of work we have to do is I think, yep, we're on the north side. So over here we're going to put in a train station that goes back to the central hub. So there'll be a train station eventually here. Yes, looks really cool at night too. But it's just this huge building. Yeah, and you know, you can push the button there and the button will close the door. So yeah, there's a fishing pier out that way. So that leads to the boat hut. Basically leads you to a river that will take you to an ocean on either end. Lets you get out and really get around. Very good place. So yeah, we've been a little busy. A little, not too much. But I think next thing that we have on our list to tackle is what was the other thing that we were talking about last week? Me and Zoto going to build ourselves a flying electric horse. Because, you know, that would be fun. Thanks, Spike again. Yeah, it's very easy to drop an entire stack on there and it will just make a ton of potions. All good. But yeah, lots of really cool things have been happening since last time you were around. Back over to my lab. No, that's not the room I wanted. Right. Oh, that's right. Create contraption rooms is back down here. All right. So yeah, I think that would be the next couple of line items to work on, I suspect. Well, yeah. So get a pump jack. And then power and all that fun little mess. I don't like immersive. It's such a pain. But unfortunately, in this particular case for the crude burner, it's got the best burn rate. So that's what we'll use. There we go. Where's pump jack? So we need steel scaffolding, light engineering block. 2 of those. Treated wood fence. Let's see how much of this stuff we actually have in the system. Steel scaffolding. We have some. I don't think I have enough for that. 11, but I may have some here. Oh, yeah. Easy enough. All right. So there's that. 2 light engineering blocks. Do I have those in here? Do not. I think I gave Zoda all of my blocks like that I had made. All right. So let's see. Engineering. Let's see what it takes to make one of these. Ugly, a lot of things. All right. Well, so we start with that. And that. And so that should, yep. We're not done yet. Okay, and because we will probably need one of these guys, I don't think I've taught the system how to make steel yet. Or at least not that kind of steel. This is fine. What is this? Electrum. I'll have to figure out how to get Electrum into the system. Let's see. Silver and gold. Electrum grit, which is silver and gold. Okay. Actually, I think I can just. That shouldn't be that bad. So let's do this. So what we want is smelting electrum grit. No, not gold dust. in the right window would be really helpful. Gold dust. Crusher. Go. Bang. Okay. And then silver, because that's the other thing that we need. Silver dust. Silver grit. Okay. Whatever. Silver grit. And then we want electrum grit. Electrum. And then we make electrum by smelting that. Just like so. And let's now get that into the system. Unless I don't know how to make silver. I actually have a thing for silver. Let's go find the crusher. Wait. Yeah, that can go there. Doesn't matter where it goes. So we need the crusher. Come here, crushing. Enriching, compressing, crushing. Oh. I already have gold. Sweet. Silver. Okay, I don't have a silver for this system. Where is the smelter? There's the smelter. So that's the thing we need to teach it. The question is do I even have silver? That could be a problem. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of silver. Okay, so we need to teach the system how to make silver. So we're going to process silver. So we want silver ore. And I think if we process that correctly in the chemical dissolution chamber, yeah, it'll go through the whole process. So then that would give us 5 of these. And there's a silver recipe. And so we plug that into the system. Chemical dissolution. There. That was an awful lot of work for not a whole lot of gain. That's all right. All right, so 2 light engineering, 6 treated wood fence. Let's see if we have any treated wood fence. Treated planks. 6 treated wood fence. Okay. We need redstone engineering block. I have not taught the system how to make that, I don't think. No. Just so much engineering. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of immersive engineering. 50 million pieces just to make one. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So, engineering. I need 1. I said 1. 2 of those. I think I need plate. Good. Where is my... Oh, there's the steel ingot. Oh. Everything's got to have something to do. Back on the world by myself. All right. Now, engineering. Give me at least one of those. So what else are we going to need? Four fluid pipes, 2 blocks of steel, and 4 steel sheet. Let's see how we're doing on steel. So 2 blocks of steel, a piece of cake. I think I can do sheet metal this way. Yes. So that should get me the 4 steel sheet metals I need. Lovely. 2 heavy engineering and 2 fluid blocks. So we're getting heavy. And I think it's at 4 of these guys. So that should be everything that we need, right? That's got it all. Okay, finally. Jesus. Last ditch effort. All right. So we're going to punch a hole right through here. And then put ourselves some light. All right, so this thing needs a space. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to say 5 high. And 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. All right. So we're going to say 3 here. So I know there's going to be 1. So that's going to mark our 3 like this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. I did my Sesame Street. I can count. Don't pay me any mind. I am being very rude right now, I think. think I would be using a whole lot of immersive engineering this playthrough. But you never know what you need until you need it. That's why it's probably a really good thing to familiarize yourself with as many of the mod packs as you can that is in the mod pack that you are playing. Because you never know what you're going to need. And you never know what weird thing that you need to solve whatever particular problem you're currently working on. So, it is very important to have a good grasp of the things that you're working with. Go away, Goblin Trader. I probably shouldn't be killing those guys all the time, but, you know, I just... whatever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's 2 light, followed by 2 heavy. And redstone. Okay. 1, 2, 3, so 2 light, 2 heavy, and the redstone goes right there. It's the wrong line. 3 on both sides. There's the 4, followed by the 2. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Size 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're gonna have to knock down that wall, because that's going to cause us problems. I was wondering if I was gonna have to do that. All right, and then the last thing that we need is a hammer. Hammer time. Give a little love, tappy tappy. One of these blocks. On the block in the second layer. Yeah, I thought I hit that one. Okay, what am I got wrong here? Light. Oh, there it goes. Sometimes you just have to work at it. All right. So, output. And then this is going to be power is right there. All right. Let's see if we have any flux on us. It would be great to have a plug. So, flux. Let's do one of these guys real quick. We will pretty up this room a little bit. And I think, if memory serves me correctly, I need a lever. No. This is not going to work. Let's see, pipe. I need some pipage. I have the sneaky suspicion that this is not going to work because there's not actually any oil below me. And so we will come back to this project. That's what we will do when I have a little bit more time to dig into what I'm missing on this, because it may simply be a matter of I can't pump it there because there's no oil to get there, and I have to go looking for oil, which means I have to do like core samples and everything else, and so there may not actually be any oil over here next to me, in which case we're back to figure out how to make this work, but all that's going to have to happen next time. Well, I'll probably play around with it a little bit throughout the week and then update everybody with what I find out when I find out. But that's going to be the end of our stream for today. We are 4 hours into it. This is about the time we normally clock off. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for visiting. We look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good night. Stay safe. Have fun. We'll see you next time.